Hey critters! So I don't know about you all, but I've always had a really hard time coming up with goals for myself, whether it's for streaming, my day-to-day life, or really anything else, work, things like that. And I've always found it to be quite a difficult task. So if you're like me and you also have difficulty coming up with goals, I think you've stumbled into the right place, and this is going to be the video for you. So this month, I spent a lot of time brainstorming, like an embarrassing amount of time brainstorming, some goals that I thought that I might want to achieve for the 2026 year. Over the past couple of years, I've had this nagging feeling that I don't always seem to have a direction with streaming, and a lot of the time I get questions like, well, why do you stream? Why is streaming important? And the truth is, I don't always know. If you watched my other video about why I decided to stop facecam streaming, you'll know that I started streaming back in about 2021 as a way to share some of my favorite hobbies in a live format. It was something that I did because I had friends that did it, and I got really interested in this new tool that I could use to kind of connect with others. But since then, I've continued to struggle with knowing exactly why I stream, or why I continue to stream. Last year was really rough. I changed jobs from one that I thought would be my forever job, one that I went to college for, got my degree in, to a job that I feared I wouldn't be really good at. In fact, I thought that I'd be horrible at it. It's also the year that I noticed a severe hit to my mental health in terms of I lost people that I thought were my best friends. I had to almost entirely remove myself from a community that I had been so involved and integrated in. And the cherry on top is that it's left me with severe feelings of not only isolation, but wondering if I'm truly anyone's first choice as a friend or otherwise. So all of this is to say that sometimes I'm not really sure where I stand with streaming or with streaming goals, which can make it really hard for me to determine things that I want to do. Do I love streaming? 100%. Does my community always show up even in the worst times? Absolutely. And because of all of that, I continue to stream, I continue to work on goals, and I continue to push forward. Even on my worst days, I'm reminded of why streaming is my absolute favorite hobby and why I always come back to it. In the end, even with this feeling of a lack of direction, even with these bad days, I still have goals that I want to work on, even if they seem unreachable right now. My first set of goals are things that I think that with some effort on my part, and with some assistance from my community, we can definitely reach. Some things that I'm thinking for the 2026 year are I'd really like to reach 1,500 follows. My goal for 2025 was to reach 1,000, and we were almost there, so I think this is a totally achievable goal. I'd like to host more collaborations, and kind of hang out with more friends, do some more fun things on stream that I wouldn't typically get to do. I would also like to post more content to YouTube. I'd like to host more community events. I'd also like to learn how to properly edit my clips and videos. And overall, I'd really like to create more consistent content, and this includes posting daily to some of these sites that I use. If I'm going to have them, I might as well utilize them. My final goal, it's kind of a big one that I've felt since the start of streaming kind of feels untouchable, unreachable, not something that I could achieve. When I started streaming, one of the really big things that I always wanted to do was reach Twitch Partner and be able to apply for that. To me, I've always dreamed of being a full-time streamer. I've always wanted to do this as a career, and achieving Twitch Partner is one of those things that is a step in that direction for me. Even with all of the hope of becoming a partner, there are some concerns I have about what most people do for partner pushing. And I know partner pushing can be one of the most beneficial ways to get your name out there and to get assistance with applying for partner. My concern is that I would push away my core audience, my community, that I would feel like I'm not producing quality content worthy of being partner or even partner pushing, which I'm sure there are solutions to. It just requires a little bit more thought. I'm currently a smaller streamer with some lofty dreams and big ambitions. But with all of that, even in my day-to-day, I'm proud of everything that we've accomplished in 2 years. We've managed to host a lot of different events. We've raised money for St. Jude. I've run 3 subathon, donathon type events. I have gained almost 1,000 followers. I've had consistent streams. I've created a schedule and a brand for myself, as well as developed this really flourishing community that I'm able to take with me when I go places, and ways to kind of advertise myself and my stream, and I'm really proud of everything that we've done so far. But even with all of these goals that I have, even if I never hit Twitch partner, I'm proud of what we've done. Now, with all of that laid out, I am curious to hear what your goals for 2026 are. Whether you've started putting together goals, whether you're a person that waits until spring to kind of symbolize that new year, I'd love to know, what are you working on? What would you like to accomplish? And if you like my content, I'd appreciate a follow on my Twitch or a subscribe here on YouTube. All of that helps me out and helps me continue to grow and build this community that I really want to build. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!